Hi. So I got some more questions from one user here on TikTok regarding having Tourette's, and they're really good questions, and like they gave me a couple, so I'm going to address them here in a video. I hope I can get them all done. Like, let's start now because I've tried to make this video like about 5 times already, and I've run out of time on the first question. So I think hopefully get this one, all the questions answered in this one video. So let's start. What is the worst part of Tourette's? There's so many. Like, probably like just being judged negatively for something I can't control. Like all the time. Like even like when I was a little kid. Like when I was when the attacks started and they got bad. Like I got punished like in school for that. I got kicked out of like one school and my first high school and one of my colleges for having Tourette's. And like it was like 2001 that I got kicked out of high school, the first high school I went to, and it was 2012 when I got kicked out of college because apparently as long as I have Tourette's I will never be able to succeed at anything at life, and I'm just wasting everyone's time by being there, even including my own, so I was not allowed to continue with my classes. I had a 90% average in everything. So, you got like a lot of really negative and like unacceptable judgment, and just like you don't get like people just like don't give you a chance. They just like oh, Tourette's just gonna be crazy and yelling and stuff. And they're swearing at people all the time. Just nope. I'm like, I don't swear. If you're around me for long enough, you'll notice. You'll be able to tell. Like I'm not just yelling swears constantly. Like if I swear, it's usually because it's by choice of wording. It wasn't screams or anything, just wasn't random. Is because I have a bit of a potty mouth. But that's all me, not Tourette's. What's the best part of Tourette's? I don't know. I guess sometimes it can be kind of funny scaring people with my vocal tics. Like if I don't know, because I don't know, I make things awkward all the time, and sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's more embarrassing, or sometimes it's more like anxiety inducing. But there's definitely been a few times where like I've been like in line to pay for something and just like make a vocal tic and then just like scare everyone around me, and I feel like I'm mortified and like I feel bad for it, but it's also like just depending on how the reactions are, like it can also be kind of funny. Like I would never make videos, I've never make a video of me like scaring people with my Tourette's for views or anything, because that's just not right. That's too like using your tics for comedy or views because you think it's or just for funny or entertainment or whatever, like only like not showing like any like awareness or actual education, just kind of like, oh yeah, here's me being like obnoxious like with my tics, like and also that I think it's funny like that. No, that's what like people who are faking do. So and that's like just like Eric Cartman behavior, like when he in the Le Petit Tourette's episode of South Park, which surprisingly ended up being probably the most accurate portrayal of Tourette's like in like on anything I've seen on TV. Because like we shows like people faking Tourette's and like are thinking it's awesome to have Tourette's because you get to swear. Like Cartman, like there's so many people like that, and then but like the people who actually have Tourette's, like them showing like their tics are not just swears, and like they all struggle, and like it's something that is hard for them. Like so yeah, like and there are all varieties of tics because everyone's Tourette's affects them differently. So that's good. Like I guess maybe like that episode of South Park is like the one good thing like about Tourette's. I don't know. I just know that there's not too much that's good about mine. When did it start? My like attacks like I noticed first started like when I was about 11, maybe like 10. but they would just be the kind of like localized, like one body part, like maybe my arm would like twitch and like uncontrollably for about 15 minutes or so at a time. And it's kind of like, or my leg or something. But like I grew like a foot and a half in 2 months during like when I was during during my break between grade 4 and 5. So like I just assumed like I'm probably just having muscle spasms because I just grew like an impossible height like in such a short amount of time. And but they just didn't stop. And then like when I was about 12, that's when they became like more severe and more like last longer and be like more all over my body. Like I'd be like having not just like kind of like my hand or my arm kind of twitch or whatever. It'd be like the whole body. It'd be like twitching, like my neck, my head, like, and everything hurt, and like and my muscles would be trying to like be tightening up and like clenching, and then my bones would be trying to move in a different way, and like everything's like trying to like it felt like my skeleton and my muscles are trying to like rip themselves like out of my body like separately. So, but like before, other than that, like my other tics like that are not so my mild ones are simple ones that like aren't very noticeable, like that I never would have realized was Tourette's until if I had never been diagnosed, if I never started having attacks to be like diagnosed, or to bring attention to it. Probably my rapid speech, like I've been talking super fast ever since I was a toddler. My fidgetiness, I blink a lot. I make faces I don't realize I'm making. Yeah, just those ones, like those smaller ones that like I don't even notice like that I do. Those ones definitely I know started when I was a lot younger, but you know, I never even heard of Tourette's until like months after my attacks were very like prominent, and it's actually from watching Maury Povich, and I had no idea what was wrong with me. My mom had no idea what was wrong with me. We never heard of Tourette's, and then I was like, "What? There's a Tourette's special with Maury," and like I'm eating cereal, and like I see like these kids like twitching at stuff, and I'm like, "Mom, there's kids on Maury like doing the weird stuff I do." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "What is Tourette syndrome?" She's like, "Are you making up words?" I'm like, "No, like come." And she comes look. She's like, "Hey," she's like, "What is Tourette syndrome?" And then it turns out that's exactly what it was. And like before that, like I had no idea. I'd never seen anything like that. Like I'd never seen anyone do this. So I was excited because like I'm not the only one who this is happening to. So even though like I didn't know these kids, they're just on Maury like in the morning when I was getting ready to go before going to school in the morning. But yeah, that was an exciting day. I guess my rapid speech definitely like since I was like a toddler. So I guess like since I was really young. What did I think when it started? Well, my obviously my mild tics, I had no idea that I was even doing them, and I didn't, because for me when I talk the speed that's comfortable for me, I usually don't hear myself speaking fast. Like it sounds like I'm speaking the same like speed as I hear other people talk, and it's only when I get really excited and I get talk so fast that like what I hear coming out of my mouth is just a big mess of like words that doesn't make sense either. But yeah, so other than that being told to slow down all the time, that was always annoying. But like when my attacks started, like, it was like I just thought they were muscle spasms at first, and then I just didn't. And then I had no idea what was wrong. It was really confusing, and I was really freaked out. I was really stressed out and like scared. Like I was scared because I had no idea what was going on with me, and I was like, "Why?" Like seriously, I've had like health conditions and like stuff wrong with me my whole life. So it's like, seriously, like there's just another thing. Like and like this time we have no idea what it is even could be. Like at least before like all my health issues, like oh yeah, it's hives, it's allergies, whatever. Like at least we have an idea. This was like total like nothing. It was so frightening. What helps you? I don't know. Like I used to take risperidone, that helped a lot, but after actually discovering I have a heart defect, I had to be taken off of it. Other than that, like nothing really helps. Like I just have to deal with it, and I hope I won't have to every day. Like I really want to get the deep brain stimulation surgery because I think that's the only thing that's going to be helping until there's a cure found. So running out of time. Thanks.